Well, welcome. Thank you all for joining this morning. I want to start by just taking 3 breaths together to come into alignment with each other before we get started. So let's go ahead and do a big inhale. Hold it at the top. Let go. Inhale. And inhale, focusing on the heart. Biggest inhale of the day. Hold it, and let go. Thank you for breathing with me for us to come into alignment. I want to also thank the Riverside for giving us this space to do so, and One Boulder for sponsoring this workshop. Giving us the space here to be part of this community for growing of education and community connection. It is brought to you by One Boulder and how we show up together within community, bringing the essentials for thriving for us. This workshop is donation based, and a percentage of the donations will be going to the commons for One Boulder, for the community growth and how we will be able to show up and bring more of these workshops to all of us moving forward. So the Jedi activation workshop that we're doing is basically a flow state mastery class. If you know anything about flow state, it's about truly coming to alignment with your mind, body, and soul on a daily routine that brings you into the alignment on a day-to-day basis, so you can show up mentally focused, spiritually connected, and physically ready to take on anything that might come on a day-to-day basis to be brought into our life. So we're going to start with going over some of the things that Tantra can do for us. So with studying these things, what we're going to be able to do is harness energy here in the morning routine and practice, so we could sustain this energy throughout the day. We have many workshops coming up, some of them physical, some of them are going to be very mental, some of them might even be spiritually connected, and then a dance tonight. And what we want to do is be able to harness this energy so we don't get burnt out throughout the day. So we're going to build this up through the actions of focusing on all 3 of these segments. It helps increase energy levels, brings more focus. This can boost your immune system and increases vitality, connection, health, and helps you move things with your mind as well once you start getting to master. So the things we're going to be covering, one is Tantra. Then it's going to be self-programming. We're going to be doing either yoga or movements. We have a mat, so we'll probably do some yoga. Breath work into a light workout, to a meditation, usually followed by journaling, but that's something that you can take home with you and do. And maybe next week we'll ask people to bring their journals to write some things down. And then we'll talk a little bit about nutrition and health and stuff. And then afterwards, we're going to really hydrate ourselves after the movement. And water is really important. I see that some of you brought your water, so really glad we did that. So to get into it, we're going to talk a little bit about Tantra. Tantra, I believe, for the morning routine in a flow state is really important first thing in the morning. When you first wake up in the morning, you want to activate your energetic body. Our sexual energy in particular is one of the strongest energy bodies that we have inside of us. And to take this energy and to breathe this energy up into our third eye, into our creative mind, our seat of consciousness, through bringing the energy up our spine, flowing the channel up, is a great way of bringing this energy of power, of manifestation, of consciousness and connection into our day as we flow throughout our day. Tantra, if we break down the word, Tam meaning expansion and Tra meaning liberation. So what we're doing is we're expanding our energy and our energy body and our mind to liberate ourselves. And the practice of Tantra is to take our seed of consciousness and transform it into infinite consciousness, to merge with the infinite consciousness is what we're trying to do. And we know in Tantra that there's difficulty and obstacles within that. And a lot of Tantra is about bringing things into balance. There is no duality. It's the balance of both masculine and feminine energy, black and white, and it's the merge of both that we're trying to do in Tantra. So what we're going to be practicing this morning to really activate and warm up our bodies right now is we're going to do 3 sets of fire breath, of breathing the breath of fire. And we're going to start focusing our energy on the lower dantian. This is where we'll be channeling our Jin energy. And then we're going to move it up to the middle dantian, which is our stomach area where we can create our chi energy, where we'll be storing most of our energy for the day. And then we'll focus the last one on our brain, up on head into our consciousness, either our third eye or a crown, bringing our Shen energy, which is our spiritual energy. So if you haven't done breath work before, you don't have to push yourself. Go into the flow that feels good for you. And if you have any heart issues or any, lung problems or anything, this is something you probably should not be practicing. And like I said, just go what feels comfortable for you. But the point of the Jedi activation is also kind of pushing that edge, finding that edge and kind of just crossing over into that line a little bit. So everyone ready? Has everyone done Breath of Fire before?
And
cool.
If you're a woman and you're on your moon or pregnant, you should never do Breath of Fire because it overactivates the uterus.
If you are on your moon, if you feel more comfortable doing the microcosmic orbits technique, which I believe you do know, so you could do that, would be a good way to harness that energy. But yeah, activating the blood could create this speeding of the menstrual cycle as well. So thanks for reminding me of that. Cool.
Not so one of the things you think about.
Yeah, not one of the things I think about.
Doesn't matter.
So after doing the first set of 20 of Breath of Fire, we are actually going to take a full breath in and put pressure on our pineal, not a pineal gland, our perineum. We're going to clench that perineum, holding our hands in the air, sucking the energy in. So at the end of it, you're going to actually feel like there's energy building around you. And then when you hold it, you're going to pull that energy from the air around you, all the electrons and neurons around you, and pull it and suck it down into that lower area, down into that root chakra. And then the second one we'll talk about bringing that energy in, and then the third. So Breath of Fire, you're basically just focusing all of your energy on the exhale. So you're going to be going sucking in your belly. You can even put your hand on your belly, and so you're not actually using your lungs. You're using this lower part of your abdominal to like suck in for the air to move. So everyone ready to begin? Let's go ahead and put our hands up in the air. Thumbs. Big inhale, exhale. Then begin. Suck it in, hold, flow that energy down. And exhale and release. So I feel like 20 is not really enough. We're going to do 40. How do you guys feel about that? All right? Now we'll be focusing our energy into our chi energy into our middle abdominal area.
Is it active exhale or inhale?
So it's an active exhale. And 1, 2, inhale, and go. Inhale, hold, clench, move that energy to that center. Feel all that energy around you pull in the burning of your arms, your body, and release. Now we're going to focus the energy onto our third eye or our crown chakra. And a big inhale. And begin. Inhale. Bring that into your seat of consciousness. You take your tongue and set it onto the roof of your mouth. Exhale, keep the eyes closed, lower your arms, and just be and feel that energy flow, keeping the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Alright. How's everyone feeling?
Good.
That's a good way to start building up that energy inside of us, get that blood flowing. So now we're going to get into reprogramming. The powerful aspect of reprogramming is being able to either speak affirmations to yourself or come into full believing of whatever you are truly desiring to be in the world for yourself, how you choose to show up in the world, what you think about yourself, and how you view yourself, even down to the physical level. So reprogramming can be many different aspects, whether it's mirror work, looking in the mirror, seeing imperfections of yourself and loving them, speaking affirmations. I love my belly, my gut. I love my face. I love my acne that I have. It's okay, and I accept this for myself. Are some of the little things you can do. Speaking affirmations when you first wake in the morning is really powerful because your brain is in like theta when you first wake up. You're actually being woken up by melatonin as it is starting to secrete throughout your body. You're still in that process, and this is a great time for reprogramming because you're in between the conscious and unconscious part of your mind. So what I'd love to do is just go around the room and maybe everyone say one or two affirmations that they would like to speak out loud or speak to themselves. So I'll start. One of the things I have hanging on my mirror and I read every morning when I'm at home is, I am worthy. I am enough. I am in my authentic power. And go around, anyone popcorn style that would like to speak.
I am at peace.
I am worthy, I am powerful, I am clear and discerning.
I hold no grievances. I am enough.
Beautiful.
I am fully supported and connected to life.
We are connected to Mother Earth. We are part of her. We are connected to Father Sky. We are part of him. Both of them live inside of us. Both of them are us. Our fears of connection to one another are simply just our own limiting beliefs. We have the ability and the capability and capacity for expansion on ourselves and within connection with another. We really are powerful creators and beings in this world. And by and through reprogramming, we can actually manifest and truly believe the things that we speak to ourselves and bring them into consciousness. When we take our subconscious mind or unconscious mind and sit for a moment before either replying, talking, or engaging in stuff, we bring our true intentions, desires, feelings, and emotions to the surface of consciousness, and we speak from a place of totality. That is what reprogram really does for us. I believe it is one of the most important parts of the ascension of awakening within selves and self-acceptance of understanding our shadows as well as our heights and beauties that we bring into the world. Another part of this is binaural beats. So if you ever listen to binaural beats, I suggest in the future, maybe in the morning or sometime, put on a binaural beat and sit there and listen to it and speak some affirmations to yourself. All right, so now we are gonna go, I don't even know why I pulled this up. Cool. So now we're going to get into some movement practices. We're going to go into a flow of yoga. I'll probably do about, where are we at? We're at 9:30. So we have some good time. So we'll probably do about 30, maybe 35 minutes of yoga right now. Really activate and stretch our body. And I'll lead us through this beautiful flow. Or we can do Qigong. What are people feeling? Anyone for Qigong? Yoga?
I'm either.
Yeah, I can go either way.
Either? What are you feeling?
Either or.
I haven't done Qigong in a while. Let's do some Qigong. Qigong is actually probably a little better for what we're about to get into for the day, because Qi is about actually harnessing that energy inside of us and storing it into our tank, so we can use it throughout the day. So, all right, let's get up into stance. So we're going to start by just having our feet about the width of our shoulders. And I want you to stand here for a moment. Really feel your body. And when you breathe, I want you to breathe down into the earth. And you could go ahead and start raising your hands a little bit. Feel energy coming out of your hands and feet chakra. Grounding yourself down into the earth. Even though we're here on a second story, we could transcend every level of this place and root ourselves down. Now we're going to put a slight bend in our knees. Go ahead and take your hands. You're going to put your right hand above, left hand below. Come right underneath your belly here. And feel energy flowing into your hands. Filling your hands with the abundance of energy around us. Now on an inhale, we're going to bend a little more. Open hands up. Sucking the energy up, and then inhaling down. Back to that position. Inhale, exhale. We're going to do 3 of each one. And again, inhale. Inhale. Gather all of that life force energy. Three breaths here, sitting. Feeling that energy flow through your body as you just cultivated it here in your hands. Now we're going to take energy, we're going to do some movement here. So we're going to take our arm up, exhale, then inhale, scoop the water, exhale, across the bow, inhale to center. All right, we're going to do 3 more of these now, so. breaths. Then we're going to go with the other side. So pull that energy up. Push it out. Flow it through the stream of water. Pull it across your seat of consciousness. Bring it back down into self. Inhale. Sit and breathe with it. That is the balance between masculine and feminine there in Qigong. We flow the water into our seat of consciousness. Now we're going to do one of my favorites. And what we're going to do is we're going to come up with our energy. We're going to scoop behind us. Reach down into the earth. Pull the energy up on that inhale. Exhale and wash it over your body. 3 more. Take a big chunk of that earth. Bring it up, kiss it to Father Sky. Wash it over your body. Back to center. 3 breaths. So now, we're going to take the energy that we just cultivated. We're going to pull it. Give a little rub on your belly here. Feel all the energy we just cultivated inside. We're going to move into a sequence of locking the chi energy in. So you're going to take your fingers and you're going to start with the front side of your body and start tapping the energy. This is tapping the subtle body all the way down the hands and go up the back side. And the other side, opening that subtle body. Come down your chest, pay attention to those hip bones. Get in the front of your body, the top of your feet, move back, up, back of your neck, tap the face, very subtle, those cheeks, and then stand in mountain pose. Now we're going to go to the next depth. We're going to actually create fists. This is going to get into the deeper, into the energetic bodies. And you're going to do a tapping, pounding in there. Those hands, back side, shoulders. Spend an extra moment there on those hips right there. Bring your way down. And get the bottoms of those feet too. Come back up. Lock in all that chi energy and spend it again on the backside of your hips there. Nice couple of taps, waking up the kidneys. Back of the neck. And then a little lighter on the head. All right, so the next step we're going to get into is we're going to do some breath work, and then we're going to get into a light workout to actually activate more of the actual physical body now. We went from activating our breath into activating our mind and understanding the movements of energy, into awakening our chi, locking it in. Now we're going to get into a little workout routine. Any parts of the workout that feel a little too much for you, you're only trying to activate yourself. So we're not trying to actually burn ourselves out and get fully activated and super strong. What we're doing is we're going to do some moves until you feel the burn. Go maybe 1 or 2 past that burn and then stop. That's all we're wanting to do. Not go too far with it, just activating ourselves. So we're going to come down and we're going to get into some breath work. We're going to start with a Wim Hof. And we're going to do the first Wim Hof. If you haven't done it before, we're basically going to do full inhales and then just drop it. We're going to do that to the count of 30. And on the last one, you actually exhale and hold that exhale for as long as you can. And then come back into an inhale. And then on the second one, we are going to hold the exhale and then get into the workout while holding the exhale. Everyone ready? Feeling ready? So, you guys can count on your own. Everyone has their own flow. Don't feel like you have to stop when I stop or when the person next to you stops. Feel your own flow. Try to do 30 of them and then hold that exhale as long as you can for the first round. And then when you're ready, just open your eyes and look at me and we'll move into the next one. So, big inhale. Let go. And begin. Mind over matter. You can control your breath. You don't have to inhale. Okay, on the next set, we are going to get into doing push-ups and just go as far as you can. If it's too much for you, you can do push-ups on your knees, or you can do full push-ups if you want. Remember to hold the exhale as long as you can during the push-ups, and then after you suck that air in, to continue moving that body. So here we go for the second set. Inhale. Exhale, and begin. couple of breaths. Starting to feel activated. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. So now we're gonna do one more, and this time we're gonna go into leg kicks and twists. So you're gonna lay on your back while holding your breath and put your legs out straight, and you're gonna try to cross over your knee and just do as many of those, and then exhale, and then continue as far as you can go. We'll start in this position again, doing the Wim Hof, and then we'll move into that. Nice. Definitely moving some energy. All right. Inhale. Exhale. And begin. When you can't do any more, get into boat, keep those legs up and hold it for a second. Just relax. Good job. It's not over yet. You feel you've gotten center, you're feeling you have that energy in your breath. Here comes standing. So we're gonna do some crunch. No, I don't want to do lunges. We're gonna do, yeah. I guess they're kind of like crunches, squats. We're gonna do squats. So there's two squats you can do. You can either go like this, pull your energy, like this, or you can go hands behind the head and go cross over. So you're gonna squat down and then cross. So however you choose. And we're gonna push this one, really get these leg muscles going. Ready? Inhale.
Wim Hof
Nope.
first? No?
Exhale. Keep your back straight. Don't want to hurt anything, so keep things in alignment. And then when you feel the burn, take those last two and go lower than you did before. Finding that edge. Stay with the breath. When you come to end, shake it out. Cool, we're doing good. All right. Whew. Feeling good?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go into another set of push-ups and then back into working the stomach a little bit. So let's keep this energy flowing, what we have going on, our heavy breath. Take a couple of deep breaths. We're ready. Get into push-ups. Inhale. Exhale and begin. Keep a straight back. Yeah. All right, doing well. We're gonna move on to our back here. We're gonna put legs up about 90 degrees. Put your hands out straight. And you're gonna do crunches now. So whenever you're ready, inhale. Exhale. Again. And the last one, hold it up. Down. And if you need to, go a little counterbalance. Go ahead and pull your back up. Kind of push your spine. Stretch those muscles out. That's a good counterbalance for crunches and ab work. Work out. All right. And we're going to move into this next one pretty quick. Legs straight up in the air. These are military ones, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to take our hands and we're going to cross and try to touch our outside toe. So ready? Inhale, exhale, and begin. All right, one last set. Come on, get up, this is the last one. Feel the burn. We're gonna do these lunges. So instead of stepping forward and putting pressure on the knee, we're actually going to step backwards and then tap down and back again. That's how it's gonna look. These, try to do them slower. You actually get a lot more out of it when you're going slower. Inhale, exhale, begin. This really helps our glutes here. This is the largest muscle in our body. If you're ever feeling cold, this will warm up your body quicker than any other exercise. Doing lunges. Doesn't feel like much, but it actually activates a lot. It also makes your gluteus maximus look gorgeous over time. So if you're really trying to work on that luscious butt of yours, this could be one thing to help achieve that.
Buddha, Buddha.
Buddha. So one of the things that I've been tapping into that I feel correlates with this practice, and I actually was sitting talking with Tom a little bit about it last night, is the trine of the mind, body, soul, and how each one of us has different facets which we're stronger in and ones that we can work on. Think about it as like the doshas in Ayurvedic. You have 3 different parts of yourself, either your kapha, pitta, or looking at you, kapha, pitta, vata. are the three doshas. So mind, body, soul works pretty similar. So for me, I think I'm very body. I spend a lot of my time doing body workouts, very physical being, always working my body, wanting to build up more energy in the body, build up muscles. That is where I focus a lot of my energy. The second part that I focus a lot of energy would be in my mind. So I'm spending a lot of time thinking, being analytical, doing document work, like really getting into the aspect of like consciousness and bringing into awareness and ways to convey of understanding of facets of life to convey to others. And then where I think I need the most work in is where my spiritual connection comes into. With my spiritual connection, I feel like it's more that I have to actually put time aside, or sometimes it almost feels forceful, like, okay, I have to meditate. So I've been trying to change the way that I speak about it, like, okay, look forward to meditating today, or I get to meditate today. So finding that balance in me of where I could do more work helps me get more into alignment with this trine that we're trying to create within ourselves, that I feel is the true path to the new guru, the new enlightened bodies that we're looking to be inside of this new world, is being in balance in all three. Health, nutrition, and like biohacking a little bit, and then we'll get into a little bit of a meditation before closing out. So our gut is probably one of the most important things we can take care of in our physical body that bring us the energy that we're looking for throughout the day, and to sustain the mental clarity that we're looking for, the physical health that we're needing, and being able to connect on multiple different levels and planes. Everything starts in the gut health. When we really tap into the health of our gut and eat nutrition and actually be mindful of what we're putting into our body, we find a huge change in our way that we relate to the world, the energy levels we come into the world, and our overall health. And if we truly tap into the nutrition part, we don't have to get sick. We believe growing up, we see friends getting sick, our parents getting sick. Sickness, I believe, is a limiting belief of something you have to go through in order to be human. If we truly bring in health into our body, mind, body, and soul, starting with the gut, with the body part, we will have the energy to sustain the life and have the antibodies to fight off viruses in our system. Our body actually fights off viruses all the time on a constant basis, and there's nothing to say that we couldn't fight off even the most largest and deadliest virus that is going around, particularly like COVID that's going around right now. Our body does have the capability to create the antibodies within ourselves to fight off any of these viruses, and it starts with inside the gut. So being mindful of what you eat, how much you eat, what you're putting into your body and the nutrition is really important. And there's parts of that as well that we can take into consideration, which is fasting. Fasting also helps the gut. It is the way of cleansing the gut. So when we go long periods of fasting, especially after a physical workout like we just did, we are actually cleansing our gut. Our body is now taking the energy, which uses 90% of our energy on a daily basis to break down foods, bacterias, and enzymes in our stomach, and now gets to cleanse all that, creating a healthy gut system, creating a new microbacterial system within us that is more healthy, cleansing and letting go of all the stuff that it no longer needs, allowing us to have more energy in our body to use in other places. So depending on your weight and body type, you could cleanse for 12 hours, 16, 18, even 24 hours. Some people go extended times, like weeks, months at a time. So water, I think, is another very, very important part about nutrition. People don't really think about how important water is, but having water that has proper minerals in it, fresh spring water, it's not drinking city water with bleach in it, which is killing healthy bacteria in your gut, is really important. Staying hydrated is one of the most important things we can do to our body, but the type and where we get our hydration from is also very important. So making sure that we're drinking good, clean water, putting a water filter on your house, getting natural spring water. I believe even sitting and praying with your water, putting your intentions into it. Dr. Emoto created an experiment where he actually had different words put on water bottles and then froze them and showed with a microscope the structure of the water in the frozen molecules, and showed very different structures in the water depending on the word he put on there. Love, put nothing on the other one, and like hate or fear on the other one, and found structures in the love that were very aligned, almost like a fractal that can keep going forever. And it, even just looking at the structure of the molecule, made it more appealing to the eyes and just felt more loving when you just even looked at it. And the one that had hate had more fractures and cracks through it and had no true structure and was very all over the place. So being mindful with the water and what you're putting into your body, praying with your food, praying with your water, is also a very, very important part, I believe, of nutrition, because it puts the intention, energy, and vibration into your food. So that's a little bit about nutrition, and then I'll talk a little bit about biohacking. We'll get into a little meditation to harness all our energy, calm ourselves down before we get into the next workshop. So biohacking is a way of quantifying our body and what it needs on different nutritional levels. So finding whether you get your nutritions from certain foods that give you more energy, make you feel more healthy in your gut, less gassy, and just make you feel more on point throughout the day, is probably something your body needs. Each body is unique and different, and to say a diet works for everyone is a complete lie. Your body has different nutritions that it breaks down faster than others, and some that it doesn't create as much as others. So to quantify means to find certain aspects of food that you resonate or yearn for, that your body might be trying to crave, or through supplements that you can implement into your body, and taking these different supplements or eating these different foods, and then keeping track and notes and track of how you feel throughout a week or a 10-day period eating that food or that particular supplement or multivitamin. And then you're like, cool, I was eating a lot of iron in my body, particularly like women going in their moon cycle, and you'll realize implementing iron into your body are going to help you increase your levels of energy and help with blood flow. This is really important. Iron comes from different meats and can come from kale, come from different foods as well that you can implement in your body. So you don't have to do supplements if you know where the actual nutrient comes from. Writing it down, seeing how it feels in your body, and then stopping it and seeing the change and noting that. These are really good ways to bring a healthy gut together and start biohacking how you can extend your life, kind of bringing in the elixir of immortality through biohacking. And you could do this with multiple different multivitamins. The other thing that can be really beneficial as well is after doing this for a while, or before you do it, is go see a nutritionist. And you could actually get stool samples, and they can tell you what kind of nutrients are in your body and what you're getting too much or your body's dispelling. And that can give you an idea of like where to start in the world of biohacking and coming into alignment with yourself. It can help with a lot of very important things. Particularly for me, it is the immortality part, to try to stay youthful forever. A lot of the things that I eat and put into my body as I age are different things that increase my levels of testosterone in my body. As you age, your levels actually decrease. So finding supplements and foods that increase that help keep that energy and also sexual drive. And that could be found in like maca, has a lot of that as well. So different things like that can help with like biohacking. And any questions on that? And kind of get like an understanding of like what the nutrition and aspect of life can really benefit for us, which I think is very important.
Are there any key nutrients that are oftentimes deficient? Like I know that like vegetarians and vegans have a hard time getting B12.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other major like metals or minerals or anything like that that oftentimes are depleted in people?
I think a lot of times, particularly through the waters we drink, a lot of people are drinking reverse osmosis water, which actually pulls all the minerals, micro minerals, out of your water, getting the micro minerals that you could find at the store and adding that back to your water could be very, very important. Those are all the subtle metals and micronutrients that are being pulled out of our water. To add that back in is, I think, really important. And I think a lot of us, because of the water that we're eating, particularly in this new age movement of, I think a lot of people become more conscious of the water that they're drinking. But we are also drinking water that has had the minerals pulled out because we're trying to remove bleach, but we're pulling everything else out. So adding those back, adding those electrolytes back in that help absorb into your body, B vitamins that will allow all of the vitamins in your body actually go through your system is really important. So, but each person's different. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get into, looks like we have 12 minutes, so I'm just going to do a 10-minute meditation. Like looking for the perfect bell. I don't think it matters, but you could do your meditation sitting up, laying down, however you feel comfortable. Now that we've gone through the energetic body and we activated our actual physical body, we are now going to activate our spiritual body. So with this practice, I invite you to find an intention that you want to hold within your meditation. There's multiple different meditations. This one we're going to do in silence. So you can either go through your chakra system, do a bindu point, keeping your eye open, looking at the point of your nose and just focusing. But I definitely suggest to be focusing on doing deeper breathing. Don't be so shallow in your breath over this 10 minutes. Focus energy as well on harnessing full inhales and full exhales over the next 10 minutes as we drop in. This will be a silent meditation. And when the bell hits is when we'll start, and then the second bell will end. Thank you all so much for being part of this class. Really appreciate everyone that showed up. We end the class with hands in our heart space. We'll bow to one another. Namaste. The God in me sees the God and Goddess in all of you.